Hello, welcome back to the reading of the poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 3, Chapter 292, Part 1, The Sermon and the Miracles of Bozrah. 2nd October 1945. And the world is so close with its waves of hatred, betrayal, sorrow, need, curiosity, and the waves come like those of the sea in a harbor to die here, in the yard of the inn at Bozrah, which the respectful host, whose heart is better than his face, makes one suppose, has cleaned of excrement and dirt. There is a large crowd of people, both local and strangers, but of the same region, and there are people whose conversation gives me to understand that they come from very far, from the lake area or beyond the lake. I catch the names of villages and parts of sorrowful stories in the conversation of the people awaiting Jesus. Gadara, Hippo, Gergasa, Gamala, Aphek, Nain, Endor, Jezreel, Magdala, and Chorazim are mentioned by many people together with the stories of the reasons why they have come from so far. When I heard that he had come through Transjordan, I was discouraged. But some disciples came when I was about to go back to Jezreel, and they said to us, who were waiting at Capernaum, "He is certainly beyond Gerasa by now. Waste no time. Go to Bozrah or Arbela." And I came with these people. I instead saw some Pharisees pass through to Gadara. They were asking where was Jesus of Nazareth, whom they knew to be in the area. My wife is ill. I joined them. Then yesterday at Arbela I heard that he was coming to Bozrah first, so I came here. I have come from Gadara for this boy. He was gored by a furious cow. He has been left in that state, and he shows his son, who is utterly shriveled and unable to move his arms. I could not bring mine. I came from Megiddo. What do you think? Will he cure him from here also? Moans a woman whose face is red with weeping. No, the sick person must be present. No, it is enough to have faith. No, unless he imposes his hands, one is not cured. His disciples also do that. You have come a long way for nothing, woman. The woman begins to weep, saying, "Poor me. I left him when he was almost dying, hoping. He will not cure him, and I will not comfort him in his death." Another woman consoles her. "Don't believe that, woman. I have come to thank him because he worked a great miracle for me, without leaving the mountain on which he was speaking. What was the matter with your son?" "It was not my son, it was my husband who had become mad." And the two women continue speaking in low voices. "It is true. Also, a mother at Arbela had her son redeemed without the master seeing him," says a man from Arbela, and he goes on speaking to some people near him. "Make way, for pity's sake, make way," shout some bearers of a litter which is completely covered. The crowds open out, and the litter goes by with its sorrowful load, and stops at the end of the yard, almost behind a rake of straw. Is it a man or a woman lying on the litter? Who knows? Two Pharisees come in. They are vainglorious and well-preserved and more proud than ever. They assault the poor host as if they were mad, shouting, "You cursed liar! Why did you tell us that he was not here? Are you his accomplice? How dare you despise us, the holy ones in Israel? To favor whom, after all? How do you know who he is? What is he to you?" What is he? What you are not. But I did not lie. He came a few hours after you had left. He did not hide himself, neither do I hide him. But as I am the boss here, I tell you at once, get out of my house. You do not insult the Nazarene here. Do you understand? And if you do not understand my words, I can speak to you in a more factual way, you jackals. The robust innkeeper seemed so decided to come to blows that the two Pharisees change tone and become like creeping pups menaced by a lash. "But we are looking for him to revere him. What are you thinking of? The thought that we might not see him through your fault made us furious. We know who he is, the holy and blessed Messiah, to whom we are not worthy to raise our eyes. We are dust. He is the glory of Israel. Take us to him. Our souls are yearning to hear his words." The host imitates their voices and gestures in a wonderful way. "Oh, of course. course. Oh, how could I ever suspect it was not so, since I am so well aware of the fame of Pharisees' justice? Of course, you have come to worship him. You are yearning for that. I will go and tell him. I am going. No, by Satan, you shall not follow me, neither will you, or I will strike you so much, you poisonous mummies, that I will make one knock into the other. Stay here. You stay here where I am putting you, and you here. And I am sorry I cannot knock you into the ground up to your necks and use you as pegs to tie the pigs to be slaughtered. And he passes from words to deeds by seizing the leaner Pharisee by his armpits, lifting him up and dropping him so violently on the ground that if it were not very hard, the poor fellow would have sunk into it up to his ankles. But the ground is hard, and the Pharisee remains standing like a puppet, after being tossed about so much. Then the host gets hold of the other man, and although he is rather fat, the innkeeper raises and drops him with the same fury. And as the Pharisee reacts wriggling, he knocks him down and makes him sit, a bundle of flesh and cloth. He then goes away uttering a nasty word which is lost among the moans of the two and the laughter of many more. This has been a reading from the poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 3, Chapter 292, Part 1, The Sermon and Miracles at Bozrah. Thank you for listening. I will see you tomorrow. May God bless you, and may peace be with you.